I'll go ahead and start this video by saying that I enjoyed the Black Eye Club more than the Cursed. Now, I'll say this about the art, because this is something that really hit me. There are two artists on this book, and from what I could see, the change of artist happened after an intense fight sequence that happened between Michael and another Except. And to be honest, I prefer the rest of the art that came after that sequence, which was art from Geanes Hollans, and I'm so happy that he's actually taking over for issue 2 or part 2. But if I were to choose which art and colors were better between the Cursed and this one, then I choose the Cursed hands down. This book takes place before the events of Isom 1 and before he meets Lilian Ronashi. Now, this book is happening at the same time as the Cursed actually, so here another big star that was signed with Copper Records has been found dead. That is multiple people that have died, but why exactly is that? Well, we're not told in this book, but I'm hoping that part 2 will get the answer, because I don't believe that these people are just offing themselves. Now, if you've been here since the first document card deck, and if you've read Bloodworth 1, then you know that Michael Copper is a formidable fighter, a very talented fighter who is also an Except. This book, we finally get to see him get his hands dirty, and man, it is violent. This is one guy that you don't want to get on his bad side. And apart from that, we're shown that Michael is, he's one smooth guy. He's got that confidence about him. It's been a long time coming for us to see this side of him. And it was a nice change of pace as well, since in Alpha Core 1, he looked like a fool. And in Bloodworth 1, Bloodworth screwed both Lillian and Michael by taking the castle. Now, the Black Eyes, we aren't told what the reason behind them is necessarily, but there is one guy that could give us an indication of what it could be. So somewhere in the last third of the book, there's this man who is an employee of Copper Records, and he has a black eye as well as others. And this man decides to jump off the window and just kill himself. I believe that the ones with the black eyes, they can either be controlled by Michael, or they are literally just in a cult, which I'm more inclined to go with the latter. This man who jumped from the window, it was intentional and could be a step into exposing this hero team that's introduced in this book. Now, what do you mean by expose, you may ask? Well, let's just say that this hero team is quite shady, and that's all I'll say. Michael, he's no hero either, so let's get that clear. Him wanting to look like a good guy is a good way to keep his name from the police radar. Now, a few issues, and this will contain spoilers, so be warned. How is it going to work with the people seeing this man in a red suit, go up against this huge Except, and this Except killing innocents? Now, I know there was a sequence here where the reporter's minds got screwed with, but I'm sure there were other witnesses that probably took video or pictures of the fight, and let's not forget the security cameras on the buildings. But at the same time, because they got their heads screwed with, and it can be done, over and over again, I can see the media go to bat for Europe's mightiest heroes and say any pictures or videos that are floating out there are AI. And because the people love these heroes, they'll take their side and believe them. It's kind of like the Soups from the Boys TV series where Vought controls the media, so they could probably get away with that. Another issue is from the beginning of the book. There's this Except who can make duplicates of himself, and there's like 6 of them in waiter outfits, and this one is more of a nitpick, I'd say. But I was thinking, did this guy get permission from the restaurant owner to play waiter while he waited for the perfect time to engage Michael? I will also say that, in this same fight sequence, I was hoping the reason they were fighting was something else rather than, hey, you slept with my wife. And, I get, yeah, Michael will do something like that. It's something he'd do. But if the reason was that he found out that Michael was behind the killings, that would have been a way much better reason for the attack. But yeah, those were some of my issues. But overall, I did like this book. This is more up my alley, I would say, story-wise, than The Cursed is. Also, I want to add that the scene with Michael and a Greek mythology character, that scene might be my favorite part from this book, is that fight. even though it wasn't art from Geanes Holland, I'll give Atagun Ilhan this. How that fight scene ended, I thought it was pretty wild. You know, this book is action-packed, it's very fast-paced as well, and I hope for part 2 we slow it down a bit with the action. You gave us plenty of that here. You know, now let's take a breather, give us more of the reasoning behind the black eyes, the murders, some Michael character development, which I hope Sykvia will do since it's only 2 parts. But do let me know in the comments section, did you guys read both The Cursed and Black Eye Club yet? If you have, which one was your favorite? Or maybe you didn't like either of them, just put it all down below in the comment section. And if you're new here, don't forget to like and subscribe. I do appreciate you guys if you stayed to the end. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.